Hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews. And today I want to do another one from my favorite beer company. I am a loyalist, I do admit. Today is one out of Samuel Adams Spring Pack. And if you pick the Spring Pack up, uh, it goes by, their latest trend, should I say, with giving you four of this beer. And it is a good beer, I will admit. I've already had it, but I want to do a official review. Here it is. Look at this. The Crystal Pale Ale. Now, most of you would also know that they have discontinued, as of right now, their Noble Pilsner. I have not seen it anywhere for a little while. I could be mistaken, but their original pale ale has been gone for quite a while. It just maybe in my neck of the woods, I have not even seen the Pilsner for a little while. I'm hoping that it actually will recirculate in my area, tend to spring, early summer. But their original pale ale has been gone for quite a while, and I'm ecstatic and happy that they have replaced it with this. I do have the particulars up on my screen right now. Let's get it open and get it into said glass, shall we? As you can see, I'm already preemptive for St. Patrick's Day. But here we go. Now, as it pours, as you can see, it does give a wonderful head to it. Very lively carbonated. I think you could see some of the carbonation flowing up in the glass right now. But the head, as you can see, give or take, probably about two and a half fingers worth of head. I hate to use the finger demonstration because each to their own. Fingers might be thicker than others, but you can get all of this into a glass, especially the perfect pint glass. And as always, I do love to use the Sam Adams glasses for this. Each to their own, but as carbonation goes, look at that, lovely crystal clear. Got that dark caramel malt going on through there. I'll read you the particulars and give you my free example of going on throughout this beer. Now, as the website declares, it is brewed with Crystal, East Kent Goldings, and Fuggles. I knew that there was a hop presence in there that just blew my mind because of the fact that I'm like, dude, I know this hop. Where is this hop coming from? And the one beer that it trickled back in my mind that I've had that it just like blew me away because of the East Kent Goldings was the Latitude 48 in their deconstructed pack, where it was single hopped with East Kent Goldings, and that as soon as I seen it, I was like, that was that beer. But with this one, it is, as a pale ale, it's very flavorful and surprising in itself. And as of malt varieties, you got Sam Adams 2-Rail Pale Malt Blend, Maris Otter, and Honey Malt. And that's where it lends a little bit of its sweetness from. But at the same time, I mean, you do have the Sam Adams ale yeast, the proprietary yeast that they use for their ales. Color, golden amber. I would assume that be true. I mean, if you look at the light, I mean, you could see the golden amber colors both right there represented. But if you look at it straight on, I mean, it's like a glass of flowing gold with hues of amber. Depending on, if you're looking at a dark to light, comparison background. ABV, it says that it's 5.3. So anywhere between the low 5s. Different batches can come out at different, ABVs. Anywhere between, I would say 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, depending on, the batch, but they limit it to a 5.3. IBUs is 35. So, I mean, you're not getting a lot of bitterness here. But at the same time, to me, you can still tell the bitterness because it is an ale. It is a very light and embodied ale. But as for this, let's go ahead and get into this, man. It is very grassy. On the aroma, you do get a little bit of a hint of citrus. Not very much. It's got, like I said before, it does have that earthy tone to it. And you do get a bit of maybe that honey, but at the same time, you get it's light. It's very light. It's very effervescent. You do get that earthy presence to it. It smells like a little bit of fresh turned dirt. I know that most people will be like, really? That's not something that I would really want to taste in my beer. Well, you're not really going to taste it. It's more of a balancer. Instead of getting a total mouth of over sweet, the Fuggles are there to kind of tame that down. You do get it in the aroma, but you're not going to get a lot of it in the taste. I mean, you will get some. It's like an earthy quality to it. It's really good to me because of the fact that Sam's has a reputation to uphold. And they do uphold it right here with this beer. I mean, it is a good, solid quality pale ale. The crystal malts and everything give it that little bit of sweetness. It gives it that little bit of citrusy quality. The honey malts and the Maris Otter, to me, that is like a mixture of sweet and earthy. Along with their pale malts, the pale malt, excuse me, the pale malts are going to give it not only lend a little bit to color, but also to flavoring, because there is a nice biscuity quality at the back end, especially after the initial drink. It tends to go a little bit on the lines of malty with that leftover citrus quality. I can't say much more about this beer. I mean, it is a very good, very drinkable beer. I do hope and wish that they would bring this out in its own 6-packs. It would do very well, especially in the summer or very late spring. Along the same lines as their new Rebel Rider. It is their, I hate to use this word, but session, IPA. I would tend to think that they lend the same kind of drinkability quality to each other because of the fact that this would be perfect in the spring months when you're out there planting flowers, mowing your grass out after all the snow melts, and the ground kind of starts to dry up and your grass starts to get like this freaking big. You want to get out there, you want to start maintaining your yard. Well, this and the Rebel Rider would be perfect with each other because, I mean, if you want a nice, good quality beer that is very drinkable but yet gives you a little bit of flavor, whether you like sweet or dry malty finish, you could pick from either the two of them. So therefore, at the end of the day, this is a good beer. I truly enjoy it. So with that said, man, Beer Geek Beer Reviews signing out, and as always, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive because it will get you. There goes your beer funds because you're gonna have to pay tickets. With that said, man. Peace, bros, deuce, and as always, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, and as remember, rate, comment, and subscribe, man. Peace. Later.